Good morning, my beautiful people. How is everyone doing today? I hope that you are all doing well and had a good weekend. And I hope that you set your intentions for the full moon that we had yesterday in Pisces. Such an important time. You know, this full moon and all full moons represent completions. It being in Pisces represents emotions, right? So maybe it was an emotional completion or emotional ending that you may have gone through, but it's really more about ending an old way of being and starting to create what it is that we want to do. And it's a time to reflect back on how far we have come. And we have done so much work up to this point, haven't we? And we've gone through all kinds of stuff, haven't we? Just in this year alone. It's been a pretty intense, dramatic time, hasn't it? But I hope that you set your intentions and listed the things that you wanted to end and the things that you would like to receive moving forward. I was shuffling as I was speaking, and a card that popped out was, I guess they want us to use this card. It's Sacred Divinity. There are two paths ahead. More paths to choose from. Haven't we had a hard enough time trying to get where we are right now? I'm only joking with you. There's always going to be two paths. You know, which one do you choose? I guess is the ultimate challenge now, isn't it? So again, I hope that you set your intentions for this full moon that we had yesterday in Pisces, and wrote down what it is that you wanted to release and what it is that you want to see coming in moving forward as far as change comes within yourself and what you want to no longer see or repeat moving forward. You write it and you burn it, right? And I believe you can continue to do that this week and set those intentions for the next 2 weeks. I think that does keep the momentum flowing, right? But then let it go. Let it go and just allow it to manifest as it should, right? But I want you to give yourself a pat on the back. You made it this far. You should be proud of yourself. You really should be celebrating how far you have really come. This is really a big time for us to give ourselves credit for where we are at right now. You know, and if we still have more work to do, that's okay. You know, we're where we're at, you know, where we're supposed to be at this time. So don't beat yourself up if you haven't overcome some obstacles, because we may be overcoming those for time to come, moving forward. But for what you have done up to this point, you really should be proud of yourself. You're not the same person you were a year ago, were you? No, I'm not anyway. You've learned a lot about yourself, haven't you? You discovered what you want and what you don't want. Now it's just planting those seeds and creating and allowing it to happen for you, right? Trust and allow it to manifest as it's supposed to. But really look back, reflect back on where you were and where you are now and where you are going, right? We're stepping into our authenticity. So many of us are at that place right now where we're really starting to honor who we are. I see it in relationships. I see it in honoring that we don't want to be in a job anymore or a situation anymore. And we're really looking at the things that emotionally fulfill us now and are ready to release it, even if it may be a little challenging for us. The awareness that it needs to be done and needs to be changed is the start, right? It's the beginning. It's just now a matter of allowing ourselves and trusting ourselves to take the next steps. Where is it going to lead us? Not fearing where it's going to lead us, right? Being very open to allowing it to come in as it is meant to come in, right? All right, so the first card was Sacred Divinity. And I wanted to pull one more too. That way we can do them all in one shot before I leave for work. Start my day of healing. But really, really celebrate yourself. Celebrate how far you have come. Be proud of where you are, and where you have come from, what you have done to get to where you are right now, and just keep striving forward. Stay positive. We're going to have our ups and downs. We're human, right? We're human. But I bet you if you sat down and you really took a look at where you were and where you are right now, you're going to see a lot of changes. You're going to see that you have overcome a lot of obstacles and challenges. And that, my loves, you should be celebrating yourself for. Celebrate it. You have come far. And it should get easier moving forward. Hopefully. I don't know. I feel like, when you come to that setting awareness, that brand new awareness of who you are and what you choose to allow in your life and what you choose not to be in your life, knowing what is emotionally fulfilling and what is not, and really standing in your truth and power, moving forward does get a little bit easier, right? Because now we have a clear picture of what it is that we want to create for ourselves, right? And I always say this, and I know you're probably sick of me repeating it, but we only know that to get to this place of clear perception and understanding and awareness by where we've been, all those experiences, all those lessons that we have gone through up to this point. That is how we know what we want and what we don't want, what emotionally fulfills us. And it's just now going to the next step of creating it, right? Not allowing the fear to stop us from doing it. Look at that. We are the seer. We see so much more clearly now. Like I said, we should be at a whole nother level of awareness and perception, right? Look at that. We have gone through every obstacle and challenge, and there'll still be more to come. But I think we're at this place right now where we actually can see things for what they really are. And that is where we're supposed to be. That's the level we're on right now, right? Most of us are anyway. And if we're not, that's okay. Because you will get there when it is meant for you to get there, when you are ready, right? But the seer sees all. We see things with total clarity. We become that seer. Because now we see it for what it truly is, right? And the other card that came out was Sacred Divinity. There are two paths ahead. Two paths ahead. So let me read them to get a clearer description for you to take with you through your day. But I really, really want you to celebrate your growth, your progress. I want you to reflect back of where you were and where you are now, and really see how far you truly have come, right? A lot of us are in the height of our power right now, and this is the time of what this full moon is representing. Like, where are we in this moment in time, right? Where have we come from? How far have we come? How far are we willing to go to get where we want and need to be, right? Okay, so the seer. The seer represents the capacity to reach beyond the obvious details of life into the hidden realms where information is available to those with the discernment discernment to perceive it. This symbol represents psychic perception, intuition, and the capacity to know something without prior exposure. The seer knows truth, always seeks truth beyond all else, and sees reality as it truly is without judgment. The seer can read between the lines and understand what is not being said. He represents the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns, right? And this is what this whole journey has been about, getting to that place of clarity and perception and understanding and awareness, to be able to see the truth for what it truly is, to be able to see the truth within yourself. And this is the part that a lot of people struggle with, because some people don't want to see their truths, and that's why they struggle moving forward. And they find themselves being pulled back to old ways of being and doing, because that is what has been familiar to them. And that's where they feel safe. Because, yeah, it's scary to move forward not knowing what to expect next. But it's really having that hope, and that desire to really want to change, right? You have to really be in a place of wanting to change, right? And to move forward, because now you have all the tools, all of this work that you've been doing. You've been preparing for this moment of power. You have been preparing for this. Maybe not consciously knowing that, but you have been preparing for this your entire life. So when we get to this place of standing in our truth, knowing our truth, seeing the truth for what it is, we have really come to a whole nother level of awareness. And we can take all of that now and use that as our tools to move forward in the way that we truly want it to move forward in the way we want to see our lives moving forward, what we don't want to repeat, those old patterns of behavior that really don't work for us anymore, right? This is what the seer represents. This is what we have been preparing for up to this point. And this, my loves, is why you should really be celebrating yourself, because you have come a long way. So, the invitation. The seer invites you to trust your intuition and follow it as it leads you forward. We really need to trust ourselves. We really, truly need to trust ourselves. You may feel lost when it appears that your hunch is taking you in circles or even through a maze. But the hidden realms don't follow the rules of two-dimensional map. Trust your gut and allow your perception of your circumstance to widen, to include the nuances and subtle cues that you normally miss if you take things at face value. Exactly. See it for what it is. The seer has gifted you with this magic. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Your vision is clear. The medicine is the seer has arrived now to challenge you to get out of the denial and begin telling yourself the truth about your situation. Really see it for what it is, as I keep repeating. What is the truth in this situation? What is the truth? Only you know that, because you will feel it. But you have to trust what you feel and what you see to accomplish what it is you're trying to accomplish moving forward. Wishful thinking will not make you make your desire happen when you're refusing to see things as they are. Very true. So if you're blinding, you're wearing blinders, you're not going to see it for what it is. And a lot of times we have those blinders on, or we create those illusions, or we wear those masks because we don't want to see the truth. Because what does that mean? We have to make change. And most people are afraid of change. We fear it, right? But it's really important for us to acknowledge what it is that we're seeing and knowing and feeling, and taking those experiences and lessons to move forward with, right? The truth may hurt, but it will set you free to claim the bounty that is waiting for you to notice it. This is a moment of true power. The seer offers you his medicine when you are ready. Surrender your vision to spirit and ask to be shown the truth no matter the price. Once you do so, your eyes will open and you will receive a powerful gift. And that gift will be total awareness, clarity, clear perception, and knowing what it is that we want that will emotionally fulfill us moving forward. Because we're standing in our truth, we're standing in our power. And that, my loves, is the gift. Because now you trust yourself. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. You see around you what no longer works for you, what no longer is in your frequency. And as we continue to evolve, our frequencies will change. Our frequency becomes higher. Our vibrations become higher. And anything of low frequency and vibration will no longer align with us. So when we get to that place of seeing it all for what it truly is, we are in a place of alignment. And that is going to help push us forward where we are meant to be. Have an amazing day, my loves. Bye.